everybody. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for Minnesota. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down and goal. Jackson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Second and 4.
From the 38, Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0.
16. Lions, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Herbert has it knocked free.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
$16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. 3rd and long. It's Herbert. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Vikings 30, Lions nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A carry here for Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. Swings this out for Hunt. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
After the interception, here's Jackson. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
37, Lions nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert now. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Dancing to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Lamar Jackson as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Coup for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. The 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Watkins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. There to make the grab. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
52, Lions 6. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The fullback comes through with a big play there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll air this one out for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, here we go. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. And they take a knee. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Buying time to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a gain of 6.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run past midfield. Nifty move. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 24. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
A 39-yard gain on the play.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points